Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from Bella Souls with
Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
and we're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Evan,
Yes.
you've got a big book here.
Something very
A
special.
big tome.
This is the fourth printing for the Dungeon Crawl Classics system. This is the system. It's an open source D20 system.
Yep.
It's kind of like 3rd edition D&D.
Yep.
This is the leather-bound limited edition. So there are only 400 of these, and we have one of them right here.
That's right.
And we'll crack it open and show you. There's like every developer signed it and stuff like that. So it's a very cool thing.
Yeah. This is a giant book. Again, it's a Dungeon Crawl Classic, so if you're familiar with that system, it is kind of a blend between AD&D and 3rd.
Yeah.
But it's open source, meaning that pretty much you can use this with any D20 style system.
Yeah.
You can borrow elements from it and put it into Pathfinder, D&D, stuff like that. But this book actually has everything you need to play in the Dungeon Crawl system. So.
It's a very streamlined, and the reason they did that was so you can add on to it or modify it in any way you want. So it's a very open source.
That said, there are some changes. So
Yes.
if you were expecting to just use this book and run your D&D campaign, you're
Right.
in for a little bit of a shock.
You might have to translate over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to think it's like the Linux of RPGs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good way to
Yeah,
put it.
yeah,
Well,
so.
let's quit stalling and take a look inside.
All right, man. Dungeon Crawl Classics
Yes.
RPG.
Leather-bound edition.
Leather-bound. I
Yeah.
have many books. Leather-bound.
Here's the back real quick.
Yeah.
Just want to point out this barcode is a sticker, so you can take it off if you want to look at that.
Nice.
I like
Very fancy.
you're no hero, you are an adventurer. It's kind of cool. But yeah, let's go ahead and crack it open.
Again, this is a whole. This is basically a whole system by itself.
Yes. Here's the opening art. I like
Awesome
that.
looking
Yeah.
artwork too.
It's kind of like have the classic feel of it, like the old time fantasy artwork.
It's definitely a call out to some old school fantasy.
Yeah,
art, for
yeah.
Sure. Throughout this book, you're actually going to see
Yeah.
a lot of these black and white illustrations that are just crazy to look at when you're flipping through. Some of them are comical. Some of them are kind of battle scenes.
Battle scenes, yeah.
Here's actually all of the authors.
Yes, so this is just for the leather-bound edition. They're not printed. They're actually they all went through with a Sharpie.
Yep.
These are the signatures of the main developers of the book. And this is book number 388 out of 400. We're close to 400.
We're close.
So that's cool. Shows where they've been, different cons, stuff like that. This is going to be, again, only in the leather-bound edition. And then we get into
More awesome artwork.
table of contents.
This is actually the table of contents, which
That's
is
really cool.
a really cool way they did this.
Yeah, I love
you
that
can
a
see
lot.
here, just real quick, you got characters here, skills,
Equipment, skills, equipment,
Yeah,
combat.
magic. We got wizard spell tables. Over here, chapter 6 is quests and journeys, how those work. 7 judges rules, kind of like the DM guide. Magic items. Then
Cleric spells were part of magic.
Yep.
Yeah.
So breakdown of chapter 5 is wizard spells, cleric spells.
Yeah.
And then we go over here. Chapter 9 is monsters, adventures, and there's a bunch of indexes.
Yeah.
Just to kind of help you with this, because it's a big book. It's a
It
big
really is, yeah.
Tome of adventuring.
And then we go into
Not a tomb of adventuring. Tome.
This is kind of like a fluff for the book itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is nice. The introduction is very nice. If you're new to RPGs, this introduction is what you're going to look at. Even if you're not new.
If you're a veteran of RPGs
Yeah.
and you want to play this particular RPG as it is in the book, you definitely want to read this.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things that will throw you for a loop. If you're familiar with the D20 system,
Yes.
3 and
Well,
3.5.
and the thing is too, if you're not familiar with the D20 system, this
section's for
paragraph is just that's all.
Right.
That's all it really is.
If you are familiar, this does not have any prestige classes, attacks of opportunity, feats, or skill points.
Yeah.
Classes and races are one and the same. You are a wizard or an elf. That's a key call out here, because when you flip it through the book, you're going to see there are classes traditional classes that we would call them now.
Like a wizard or
fighter, warrior, that type of stuff. And then you can be an elf, you can be a dwarf, things like that. So keep that in mind. This is also a call out if you're playing old school AD&D.
Yeah.
So the armored class system is slightly different from that before. And again, if you've played any previous RPGs, some of those preconceived notions you might want to get out of your head. Clerics, it talks about a lot of clerics and stuff like that. There's a critical hit matrix, so it's different than your standard criticals. You can burn off ability scores to enhance die rolls.
Which is cool.
All characters can burn luck, and wizards and elves can burn other abilities. So, again, very different system. We're obviously not going to flip through each page in this book. 400 plus pages.
Right.
Actually,
It's like
skipping straight to the end real fast just to show off how many
470.
We're at 476 here. There's
that's when they stop counting.
Yeah. So we're not flipping through all 400 plus pages here.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. We are going to show off some core stuff here, though. Here's the character section. Again, awesome artwork.
Yeah, I love it.
Classic
It's
style.
great. Yeah.
This book is, you can use the funky dice or Xochi dice, which is a D3, D5, D7, D14, D16, D24, and a D30.
Yeah.
You can also use a regular, the standard polyhedral set. You're probably familiar with D4, D6, D8, D10, D12, D20. So
percentile.
And percentile.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. It's got a lot of minutia to it.
Yeah.
Really
There's a lot.
there.
Hey, it's an open source game. There's a lot of things you can do to change it to make it your personal game, basically. Yeah.
I think this is really just it's a really big guidebook.
Yeah.
And for adventure. And again, it's its own system. So
yeah, it's its own system you can use.
Here's your basic ability score modifiers. This really reminded me of old school AD&D as opposed to because if you notice here, the modifiers don't go up every even level. It's a little slightly different. Like a 12 is still a +1, just like a 14 and 15 are still a +1.
Yeah.
Where in modern D&D or Pathfinder, those would be like a +2 at that point. But anyway, there's also the luck table. You can actually start at level 0. You do start the game at level 0. And then because your character race and your classes are the same, you start with only D4 hit points and it's modified by your stamina.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's...
And again, you can modify that though. Is the thing,
Totally.
You can take the character creation from regular 5th edition D&D.
Yeah.
And you can still add it into here.
Yeah, I think it'd be neat just to do it straight on.
Oh yeah, no, I think
because this is its own system.
Yeah, and this system alone is actually pretty cool. So it's nice.
There's also occupations, which are slightly different. So you get all this different stuff. It's a bunch of charts. Skipping ahead a little, weapon training, choosing the class. So how that all works. Yeah, there's clerics. This is kind of what a typical cleric page is going to look like. So you've got how your levels go up here, your action dice and all this cool stuff, all the different spells you would know or levels you would know.
Yes.
Your saves. Crazy artwork. Eternal Struggle. Gods of the Eternal Struggle.
Yeah.
Skipping ahead a little bit. There's a thief class.
Yep.
Which, if you're an AD&D fan, you might recognize that. It's not a rogue. It's a thief.
It's a thief. You're right. Yeah.
So a little different. You can do these are your titles. I like that it has titles.
Titles, yeah.
For each race and class, you can actually get.
It's pretty cool.
And again, races and classes are one and the same, but
yeah.
You get cool titles. So as you level up, if you're lawful, you can be a boss, or you can be an assassin. If you're chaotic or neutral, you can be a swindler.
Swindler. I like to be a swindler.
I'm a level 5 swindler. And then skipping ahead, again, all the different classes. I want to try to get to one of the quote race classes. Here we go. Here's like an elf page, right? So this is just an example of the elf page. You get your own background. Well, the other classes have that too.
Right.
But you have your own stats.
Yes.
That you're gonna get to roll on and things like that.
And it's a stat table just like the other classes.
Yeah.
But because they're the same.
Yeah. And you do get your own titles.
Yeah.
And not based on your alignment though. And then halflings and stuff like that. So yeah. Skipping ahead.
Yeah, let's skip ahead. Combat. Combat is simplified basically. It's a lot like 5th edition, but I mean you're rolling a d20 to go against sometimes to go against a armor class or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And again, it has movement. It's going to be very familiar there.
Yeah. Human and elves move 30 feet per action.
Dwarves and halflings move 20. Things like that. There's encumbrance and things like that. We're not going to get into the fine detail, but I do want to point out that this game does have some slight differences, so you may want to read those over. Again, like we mentioned in the foreword, there's no reactions and things like that.
Right.
So one of the things I do like about this is it does have a fumble system, where if you fumble, you actually roll here on this chart.
Like this guy's axe blade coming off his axe.
Yeah. I love some of these fumble results. 0 or less, you miss wildly, but miraculously no other damage. All the way down to 16 plus, you accidentally strike yourself for normal damage, plus an extra 1 point. In addition, you fall on your back and are unable to right yourself until you make a DC 16 agility check.
Yeah.
So you done messed up. I don't know what you did there, but you fumbled for sure. Critical hits, if you roll a 20, it's automatically a crit, and then this actually has its own tables too, which is great fun.
Yeah.
So critical hit tables for thieves and elves, zero level characters and all wizards. So you just have these fun different crits. It's not like D&D where you just, I crit, I do more damage.
Right.
It's like crit.
And it has its own descriptor.
Yeah, I love these too. It's like a 14 result. Strike to the head. Foe must make a fort save, DC 10 plus PC level, or fall unconscious. Like, that's just cool.
Yeah,
it's not just more damage. It's just like...
It's a good resource too for the DMs.
Yeah.
They don't have to go by this.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
But I love these alternate
them.
crit charts.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a different game. Yeah. It just keeps going from there. Skipping ahead. Obviously, a lot of this book's going to have spells.
Yes.
Just like most D&D books or RPG books. Once you get to the magic section, there's a lot of spells. And again, Charm Person. It's just going to keep going. There's so many spells. Wizards have staffs. Yeah. Moving around. I'm trying to get... because we're still in the spell section. Cleric spells. It's going to have these really cool descriptors. One of the things about the system, too, is when you actually cast a spell, it's not just, I cast a spell and it works. You actually have to roll a die and see what happens.
Right.
For example, this Affliction of the Gods. If you roll a 1 through 17 or get a 1 through 17, nothing happens. The spell failed.
Yeah.
Now, if you roll, depending on how high you roll, the spell results actually get better.
And I mean, when you level up too, you have better chances of getting
absolutely
because your modifiers going to increase.
Your modifiers are going to go up.
Yeah.
Everything's going to go up.
Right.
So you actually have a decent chance at getting.
So you might be failing a couple times when you're low level.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense logically because you're you're not practiced at being a cleric. So yeah.
But again, these are just one example. All the spells have these giant charts that are really detailed. Cause earthquake.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get out of there. This section here is actually going to talk about the adventuring part of the game.
Yes.
So you have
quests
the journeys.
And journeys.
Yeah. So it just talks about some of the mechanics again for traveling. This is kind of a medieval setting, or it can be.
Yeah.
You can kind of do what you want. Judges rules. This is kind of where the game master, dungeon master, whatever you want to call them. This is where you're going to want to get in here. You kind of get to shape the game and become...
This part of the book is like the DM guide for D&D.
Right. That's one of the reasons this book's so big.
Yeah. No, it's a thick book. Yeah.
Because it's got all those combined into one.
Yes.
So, all judges' rules there. More spell stuff that you can do. There's some background. These are also NPCs, by the way.
Yeah.
So, like, the King of Elfland's got abilities.
Which is
so,
cool.
obviously.
Right.
The Three Fates, again, old school, kind of a mix of the Monster Manual too.
Yeah.
How luck works, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Magic items, which is always fun. That's why you want to play these games, get all the magic loots. So all these different charts that you can see, it's a crazy amount of stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's great.
Oh yeah, man, it just keeps going. There's just a ton of stuff to go through. The treasure, more monsters, dragon unique powers. You gotta have dragons. These are gonna be more NPCs and stuff like that. Basic NPCs. So if you need to just...
And a magician.
I need a bandit. Alright, bandit, here you go. Initiative +2, attack
Guy's about to kill someone.
Whoa, he's about to drop in on someone. Knock, knock. Yeah, but you get the idea.
Yes.
All that fun stuff. Sweet pants.
I love those pants. I love mustache.
This guy's from the 70s. I don't mean like
or
the 1970s. I mean like the 70s. All the different appendices, so you can flip through there.
Yes.
Again, not going to go through all the books.
Right.
It's just all the pages in the book. It's just too much. But you get the idea here. This is a classic setting.
Yes. Classic. It's classic fantasy.
Yes.
It's hard fantasy.
Yeah. So good times.
Yes.
Man. The different charts. I don't know if these. I feel like these come out, but they're reference charts. So and they're thick paper. So
yes.
Yeah. This is an awesome looking book.
It's great. Actually, this reference chart.
Oh, maybe this is a DM screen.
No, it doesn't come out.
Okay.
No, but it's so you can have something like on the table like this, spread out, and then you can just like, oh yeah, and there's that, yeah.
That is pretty slick.
Pretty cool. I like that. And I'm pretty sure this is only included in the limited edition book. So.
Go check that out.
Yes.
Well, that was the book real quick. I don't know what
There's
to
a
say,
lot
man.
to it. Yeah, it's a lot to it. It's
Yeah.
a great book.
Yeah,
It's a great system.
Let's just top out for a recap on this bad boy.
Well, that was the DCC RPG.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, Dungeon Crawl Classics, giant book of information.
Yes, very thick.
Yeah.
Very good.
Pretty awesome stuff in there. Again, it's your PHB, it's your Dungeon Master's Guide,
Yeah.
it's your Monster Manual.
It's everything you need to go start
Everything.
right in the way. DCC is actually pretty good for beginners RPGs.
Oh, yeah.
The best part about this book is it's streamlined and you can add it on, modify it, whatever you need to do to make it your game. So
And it's, again, a complete resource for everything you need.
Mm-hmm.
Based on that, let's crunch some numbers on this real
Yes.
quick. Now, keep in mind, this is the special leather-bound edition of the book.
Only 400 of these.
Only 400 of these. What's the price point on this particular one?
This one's 150.
150.
Yes.
Cool.
This is the fourth printing. The fourth printing for the regular hardcover edition is going to be $40.
Okay.
So it's not that expensive.
Right, so if you're looking for this one, you can't find it. Again, this is a limited run, but the other version of it is floating around out there, and you can definitely go pick that one up. But
Yeah.
we had to show this one off because it's
Oh
awesome.
yeah, it's the nice one. Yeah.
So yeah, if you get a chance, go check it out. In stores
Right
now,
now,
and
yeah.
if you can't get this one again, then there's the regular edition. So
Made by Good Man Games.
Good Man Games.
Yes.
Go check them out. I'm AdamHarry from Bell Souls.
I'm Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching.
Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.